Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm going to be trying out all the products that I received in my subscription boxes for the month of April. So I am subscribed to Boxycharm, Ipsy, and Allure Beauty. I did just sign up for the Cult Crushes, I believe it's called. I'll have it on the screen right here. And I think I should be getting that next month. So I'm really excited for that one. So basically I just went through and tried out all the products that I received this month and tested them out, let you know how I liked them. I'll also have all of these unboxings in my description box below. So if you do want to see me unbox these boxes, I'll have them right there. If you guys are new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and then ring your notification bell so you guys are notified for all my future videos. And if you guys want to see how I liked the products that I received, then just keep watching. All right, we're just gonna pretend like my hair is in a crazy mess today. So I have the box of products that I received in all of my subscription boxes. Most of it really is skincare, so I'm just going to kind of go through and talk about which skincare products I've used and tried, which ones I've liked, which ones I haven't. I haven't used all of them just because I don't like using a whole bunch of skincare products all at the same time, just because I want to know if I have a bad reaction to something, what is causing that. So not all of them have been tested out, but I have tested out some. The first one that I tested out is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Vacuum Cleaner. I used this once and it terrified me. I basically just put it on where I feel like my pores get clogged the most, which is right on top of my cheeks, my nose, and my chin. That's where I put it. I left it on for like 10 minutes maybe, and the areas where I put it puffed up and got red, and it freaked me out a little bit. Has anybody else had that experience? I feel like maybe I'm allergic to it. I don't know. So I've been scared to try this again. Let me know in the comments below if that's happened to you, if it's normal, because if it is, I'll try it again. It didn't hurt or anything. It just freaked me out. After I tried it, I didn't really notice too much of anything happening. Maybe my pores seemed a little bit cleaner. I don't know. Somehow I lost this product already, so this is just the box. I tried the Biossance serum that I got in my Allure box. I did try it once. It has a really strong scent to it that I don't like, and I am pretty sensitive to smell, so that smell just bothered me way too much. So I probably won't be using it again. A one-time use is enough to tell whether it's a good product or not. So really the smell bothered me so much that I am not going to use it anymore. I'll pass it on to somebody else who will get some use out of it. And I haven't used the Drunk Elephant Sheer Physical Daily Defense, just a sunscreen. And then the other two, this is the Filorga Meso-Mask. This is the one I got in my Ipsy bag. I haven't tested this one out either, but I will be testing it out soon. And then the Skin Fix Foaming Clay Cleanser. I haven't used this one either because I have been using my First Aid Beauty Cleanser that I got during the 21 Days of Beauty, and I really like that one. So I want to use that one up before I start a new cleanser. And then one more item I'm just going to kind of set to the side. I got this in my Ipsy bag. This is the Mika and Mia. It's a loose pigment. I know that I'm not going to use it. I haven't opened it yet, and I don't want to open it and try it out if I know that it's not going to get used. I just want to be able to pass it on to somebody else who's going to use it. So for that reason, I'm not going to test this one out in my video today. Okay, so the first thing I am going to try out, this is the Trust Fund Beauty That Liquid Glow though. And this is in the shade, it doesn't say the name on it. It had the name on the box, so I'll just put that on the screen somewhere so that you can see the shade name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a little bit on the back of my hand. I remember this packaging is weird. You have to like give it a good squeeze and then it all like, you know, does that. So maybe there's just not a whole lot of product in it. I don't know. And I haven't set my face, so I've made sure not to put any powder on. I've just put my foundation and concealer on. So I'm just going to take my beauty blender and just kind of dab it all over like that. And then I'm just going to pop it on the high points of my cheeks. So it does give a pretty glow. It kind of seems to have chunks of glitter in it. So it just kind of looks kind of splotchy on my face. So like it's not like blending in. So now I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger, just that much, and I am going to use my finger to apply it. It is super moussey and it does dry down extremely fast. So I feel like this side definitely looks a whole lot better, and it is definitely pink. So I don't know if this is something that I will put on as a highlighter, maybe on my lids. That would probably be pretty. I'm just gonna zoom you in so hopefully you can kind of see what's going on here. All right, so I don't know how well you can tell, but it just looks pretty patchy. Just kind of looks like I threw a bunch of glitter right there, right on that spot. It didn't really get back here very well. It just, where I put that beauty blender, it just put, you know, sat right there and didn't go anywhere else. It didn't blend or anything like that. And then this side, it does look a lot better. You can see that it went from, you know, to my temple down to the top of my cheek right there pretty well, but it just dried down a whole lot, and now it just kind of looks like I have a streak on my face, which isn't my favorite look. So overall, I'm not liking that product too much. Honestly, I highly doubt I'm going to use that for my face. If I use it, it's going to be for the tops of my lids, and hopefully it'll work. With it drying down so fast, I don't know how easy it's going to be to work with, so we'll see about that one. Okay, I just set my eyes really quick, so I am going to jump on into the Element of Surprise by Colourpop. I thought it was really, really pretty. You got a good set of neutral tones that you can use for the crease, and then you do got several pops of fun color that you can put all over the lid. So I am just going to get started with that. And I am going to use the brushes that I got this month. I got 2 brushes in my Boxycharm. Oh, this did come in my Boxycharm, by the way, and these 2 brushes also came in my Boxycharm. These are both from MissGlam, and then I got this brush by Ruby in my Ipsy bag. So I'm going to test these brushes out as well. So I'm going to start out with this brush. It just says it's a Blend Beauty L34. I'm going to just take this shade right here, and I'm going to mix it with this shade right there. And I am just going to throw this into my crease. And then I'm just going to deepen up the outer corner a little bit. I'm going to use this shade right here, and I'm going to take that on the Ruby brush. This color is a lot more like bright pink than I thought it was going to be. It looks a lot darker in the pan. So because of that, I am going to grab this shade right here. It's more of a darky plummy color. So I'm just taking that darker plum color, and then I'm throwing this on the outer corner as well. Kind of bringing it into the crease. And then I'm just going to go back in with this blending brush, and I am just going to blend these. Okay, so I just spent a little bit of time blending that out. Next, I think I want to go into this color right here. It looks like a nice kind of rose goldy color. So I'm going to take this brush, this kind of flat brush. It is the Eyeshadow P15. First, I'm just going to take it without any, you know, MAC Fix Plus or anything like that. Sweep it on there. Basically, the only thing that's coming up is glitter. I'm going to spray it. I'm just grabbing this Morphe setting spray. And then I'm going to go back into the eyeshadow. And still not a whole lot is coming off with the brush. It's just not doing a whole lot. It's just not doing it for me. Could be the brush just isn't as dense as it needs to be for this kind of shadow. I am just going to go in with my finger, and you can see a whole lot of pigment comes off that way. And I'm just going to kind of press it into my lid. I'm already getting quite a bit of fallout on my cheeks. I don't know why. The first time I went in, there was a lot of fallout. The second time, on this side, there's like nothing. So I am just going to try to sweep that away. And it basically just sweeps away. There's a little bit of sparkles on there. Nothing that's gonna really bother me or be seen too much. So I'm gonna take this ruby brush with no additional product in it, and I am just going to kind of blend around just to get rid of those harsh lines. Okay, and then for underneath my lower lash line, I am going to take this shade right here. I'm going to just stick to this ruby brush, and I'm going to mix it with this shade right here. Okay, and then for my inner corner, I'm going to take this shade right here. I know it's not like a white color, it actually is purple, but there really isn't a highlight shade besides that in the palette. So I'm just going to take that and put it into my inner corners. And then there's nothing really to use to highlight my brow bone, because I probably wouldn't put that purple shade underneath my eyebrows. So overall on this palette, well, I do think that there are really pretty colors in here. This shade comes off like hot pink. So you got, you know, like a peachy orangey color. You got more of like a cool tone brownish kind of color. Then you got kind of that like mustardy baby puke kind of color. But there's nothing really darker than that that's brown. So if you're going to deepen up your outer corner, you're going to get, you know, this pinky purpley kind of shade, which isn't bad. So I will have to play around with this a bit more. I don't know if it's going to be something that I'm going to go to in a whole lot. Like I said, just because if I want to deepen up those outer corners, there's not like a deep brown. There is this shade, but it does have gold glitter in it, and that's not really something that I want to put into my crease or in my outer V. That's my only kind of downfall with this palette, is you can either put those transition shades into your crease. I guess you could deepen it up a little bit with this, but that's basically just going to make your look more yellow. That's about it with this palette. Like I said, it's nice. It blended really easily. For whatever reason, one side had a lot of fallout and the other side didn't. I don't know why. I didn't do anything wrong. Maybe I just had too much product on my finger the first time. That is it with this palette. So the next thing I'm going to move on to is the Browgal Tanya Crooks, the Instant Tinted Brow Gel with Microfibers. I got the shade Light Hair 3. I no longer have light hair, so I probably need to go onto Boxycharm and update my profile so that I don't get light hair things anymore. But I've actually been using this and I really like it. Even though it's for light hair, it doesn't really show up as light hair, if that makes sense. I don't have anything in my brows right now. You can see they're pretty sparse, and I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like without any kind of product in beforehand. Typically I go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz first, and then I will put this on. It fills in more of the areas, and then it also gives a good hold, I guess you could say. It does kind of act as a brow gel at the same time, in my opinion. So when I've been using this, I kind of start towards the middle and the end first, just to kind of get the most product off in those areas first. And then I move to the front. I do this because I don't want all of the product concentrated right on the front of my brows, because I do like a little bit more of a natural looking brow, which means I'm not going to have the front of my brows filled in a whole lot than the outer ends of my brows, where I want those to be filled in the most, if that makes sense. So you can see it does do a fairly good job of filling in. Of course, there are spots like right here where I would need my Anastasia Brow Wiz. It's not going to give me a full bold brow. It just has little fibers in it, clings onto my brows, fills them in a little bit, and tints them. Like I said, I don't think the color is bad. You honestly can't tell, in my opinion, that it's a lighter shade, especially when I've gone through and put my Anastasia Brow Wiz on first. I think that this just is a good topper, basically. I don't know that I would repurchase it. It's not something that I have to have, but it's just nice while I have it. I definitely think that I'll use it up. Okay, and the main thing I feel like that every single box sent me was a lip product, which is nice. So in my Allure box, I got the Nude Sticks Gel Color Lip and Cheek Balm. This is in the shade J Mama. I got a MAC Lip Intensity Lipstick in Burnt Violet. And then I got a NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Stalkholm. So I am just going to show you what all the lips look like on. So first we'll start out with the MAC lip. Alright, so honestly, I'm not a huge fan of this. I feel like it's pretty patchy. And it's just hard to put on because of the way it's shaped. It's not, you know, your typical lipstick pointed shape. So it's really hard to get a good line. It's really hard to get in those corners. You can see it's just not a good shape. And the color's just not for me. I feel like I look pretty crazy with this color on. So again, I'm not impressed with that. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. And I really like that color. The formula feels really moussey and it's easy to apply. The color is nice and pretty. So I'm actually a fan of this. Not sticky at all. Honestly, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything on my lips, like at all. I feel like it's drying down, but it's not getting super crackly, which is nice. But I do like this color. I do like the formula. So this one is a A+ for me. Okay, and the last one is the Nude Sticks. And I already know I really like this because I've worn it a couple times. And there is that one. This one is honestly my favorite. I really like the formula and the color. It is glossy, which I like, and it's super creamy, so it just feels really nice and hydrating on my lips. And it looks super cute, if you ask me. The one thing is, so it's called J Mama, and I looked on Sephora's website, I looked on Ulta's website, and I looked on Nude Sticks website, and I couldn't find this color. So I don't know if it was just like something specifically made for the Allure box or what. I tried finding it somewhere else and I couldn't, so when I run out of this, I'm gonna be really sad. So if you know where I can find this, this shade, let me know in the comments below, or if you know if it's curated with Allure, yeah, just let me know. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my face and I will be right back. I don't know how excited I am for a lot of the things that are in here. I really enjoy the, well, I guess it's like 50-50. I really enjoy these three things a lot. The Nude Sticks I really like. The NYX lip cream I like. And then the Browgal gel I like as well. The palette is just kind of for me. I think that it's probably going to be one that I'm not going to reach for a whole lot. So I may be decluttering that in the future, but I do want to give it a fair shot, wear it a couple times and see if I can create any fun, cool looks with it. The three brushes that I got, I liked decently enough. This ruby brush, I did like a lot for the outer V, for the outer V and for inside of my crease. And then the SL MissGlam, this blending brush, I think I would prefer using this brush not to pack on the color but to just blend it out. For packing on the color, I feel like it's a little bit too fluffy. It's kind of hard to get a good dark color with it. And then the flat brush, I didn't really get a good example out of it to use, I guess, if that makes sense. I guess if I was doing like a matte color, I'd probably like that better, packing that on the lid rather than a foiled eyeshadow. It just doesn't pick up the product very well, although it could have been the palette itself. That pigment could have just not done well with brushes. The highlighter that's now fallen on my floor, I honestly didn't like it on my face at all. It's super patchy and clumpy. It just didn't work in my opinion at all, really. So that is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this type of video where at the end of the month I try out all the products that I got in my subscription boxes, or if you'd rather me do it individually in each unboxing video. So before I did the unboxing, then I would try the products on afterwards. Just let me know what your thoughts are, if you prefer this type of video or the other one, and then I'll decide from there. But I would really appreciate it if you just left that in the comments below. That way I know what you guys like watching. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you next time. Bye.